Hey Ed.
Hey Ed, how you doing? Hey Ed, everybody.
And I'm back. Okay, after taking a week off for Easter, I'm back in the saddle. And there's something I really need to talk to everyone about. And I really, really hope that you take a few minutes out of your life to watch this video because this is so important. I'm afraid that we are witnessing the end of America. And I'm not just saying that as clickbait. We have things going on right now in the world, in our country that are really leading to the end of America. So in this video, let's talk about that and let's talk about what you must be doing right now. All right, let's get started.
Because you asked for it.
This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel. I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything that I mention in any of my videos as financial advice. Always do your own research before you're doing anything with your money. Okay. There are many things that has made America great and made us separate from any other kind of country in the world. But at the core of our prosperity over the past century has been the US dollar. The US dollar has been the dominant currency in the world, and we have reaped the benefits of it. We have grown to be the richest and most powerful country in the world, largely because of the dollar. Well, the long knives are out for the US dollar, and literally the currencies you have sitting in your wallet, in your sock drawer, in your bank, all right, they're at risk of being extinct. All right, they're not at risk of being extinct. I think it is in the cards. They are going to go away. So let me paint the picture here for you, okay? 10 years ago, 72% of currencies held in reserves by central banks around the world were US dollars. Now, that figure is down to 59%. Okay, we're still the world's reserve currency, but not by much. Now, a lot of people will tell you this is through incompetence by our leaders, and others will tell you that this is by design. Okay, well, whether it is by design or whether it is through incompetence, it is happening. Now, it is a fact that the U.S. has used the U.S. dollar as a weapon, as a tool, as a way to punish our enemies and to make people do what we wanted them to do. But now the resentment by the world countries are surfacing, and they're starting to push back, largely in the form of this BRICS alliance. Now, BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But there's a lot more than just those countries. There's really BRICS Plus. And what they're doing is they're getting together to form an alternative to the US dollar. So as these countries start announcing that they're going to start doing deals outside of the US dollars, those US dollars that are being held in reserves, they're going to come flooding back to America. And when that happens, that's when we're going to see hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is coming. What would you do if in a very short period of time, your cost of living doubles, but at the same time, your income does not double? It actually goes down. What would your life look like? Look, we could, in theory, end up being a third world country if things keep going the way they're going. It's not that difficult. Just destroy the currency. As a matter of fact, there's a famous quote by Vladimir Lenin. The best way to destroy the capitalist system is to debauch the currency. Well, that is exactly what we have been doing. We've been printing money at an unbelievable exponential rate over the past few years, and that is unsustainable. That is destroying the value of our dollars. It is being done by our politicians and by our Federal Reserve. It is being done to our dollar. Your US dollar, anything you have denominated in US dollars, is going to be going down in value. Now, if the US dollar were to go the way of the Weimar Republic and become basically worthless, that's it. That's the end of civilization in America. Forget being a world power. We're going to have a hard time just keeping our population fed with roofs over their heads. Okay, there are some stark images here that I want to show you that kind of illustrate what I'm talking about how foreign countries are getting together to do business outside of the US dollar. Look at this image. Now, this is the video of the king of Saudi Arabia and Vladimir Putin. Look how happy they are. Look at those smiles. That's not a good thing. Saudi Arabia has started making deals with Russia and China to sell their oil outside of the US currency. The petrodollar is dead. And the petrodollar has been largely the source of our wealth over the past 50 years plus. Now, what drove Saudi Arabia to start making deals outside of the USA? It's things like this. This is a clip from Joe Biden when he was running for president, talking about how he's going to punish Saudi Arabia.
And I would make it very clear, we were not going to, in fact, sell more weapons to them. We were going to, in fact, make them pay the price and make them, in fact, the pariah that they are.
Okay, so you're the king of Saudi Arabia, and this is what you hear from the U.S. president. So Saudi Arabia says, you know what, America, we don't need you. If you don't want to honor your relationship with us, that's fine. We'll just turn around and make deals with everyone else in the world, like Russia, like China. Let me superimpose those two video images, okay, showing Joe Biden talking about how much he hates Saudi Arabia, right next to the picture of the king of Saudi Arabia with Vladimir Putin. I think this kind of, in a very neat few-second clip, demonstrates exactly what is going on in the world.
And I would make it very clear, we were not going to, in fact, sell more weapons to them. We were going to, in fact, make them pay the price and make them, in fact, the pariah that they are.
So our administration, these people should be in jail. They should be in prison for what they've done to our country. The left is destroying America, and largely on purpose. These people are globalists. They hate America. They don't like America. They don't like the principles of America. And you know what? They're winning. They're achieving their ends. They are debasing our U.S. currency. And other countries that up to now are considered our allies are looking to join BRICS. Take a look at this headline. China settles first LNG trade in yuan in latest hit to the dollar. That's referring to France. France signed a deal with China to buy natural gas in the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar. And here again, Europe must resist pressure to become America's followers. So here we are, France, who's supposed to be a close ally of America, saying, you know what? Screw you. China's starting to look pretty good. Xi and Putin vowed to significantly increase trade between China and Russia. The Russian president also promotes the wider use of the Chinese yuan. So there you have Russia agreeing to sell their oil to China in the form of Chinese yuan. So there you have France, you have Russia, you have Saudi Arabia, and you have several other countries around the world making energy purchases in the form of the Chinese yuan. Okay, so in this video, I'm not even going to go into the social chaos that's going on in the world that also has been sown by the left. Our country is becoming weaker and weaker every day. Even our military is starting to recruit wokeists. The focus of our military now is not to recruit warriors, is to recruit people who are still trying to figure out what gender they are. Listen, once the US dollar loses its status as the world's reserve currency, that's it. It's not coming back. We can't get it back. Now, every empire in world history has failed. Not one has survived forever. They've all gone down. They've all taken turns being empires, right? So you had, Persia, you had ancient Egypt, you had Rome, you had Great Britain, and you have America, okay? Everyone failed. And they all failed primarily because of inflation. Inflation is what killed each one of these empires. They didn't fall because they're taken over by foreign countries. They fell because of inflation. They fell because of economic reasons. Well, I'm afraid that it's our turn now. I'm sad for our children and our grandchildren. I think there's a good chance that our children and our grandchildren are never going to have a shot at the American dream. Listen, this is really, really serious stuff. It's not a fun topic. And I'm normally an optimistic guy, believe it or not. But this is striking. And most people still are not paying attention. Most people do not know what a CBDC is. If you don't know what a CBDC is, start boning up. Watch my other YouTube videos, do a YouTube search on CBDCs. CBDCs are the next major step in America becoming a surveillance state. With the CBDCs, they're going to be able to track all the purchases you do. Oh, but Ed, I just won't do CBDCs. Hey, they have a way of coercing you onto it. I wouldn't be surprised if a day comes along where they make physical currencies illegal. The powers to be have ways. And unless we all push back, it's going to happen. And most people just don't care. Most people that I talk to about CBDCs don't even know what they are, much less the consequences. So please, please get this message. Please wake up to this. This should put the fear of God in you, because there is going to be a very dramatic change in our standard of living. All right, so what should you be doing right now? Well, as you know, if you're a veteran to my channel, I've always had 3 recommendations on the channel. Number 1, reduce your exposure to your bank. Get your money out of your bank. Maybe not all of it, but most of it. Number 2, get most of that cash into gold and silver. This is the only actual money in the world. Every fiat currency that has ever existed has failed. Every single one. Gold and silver have been around as money for over 4,000 years. So get that cash into gold and silver. And number 3, establish streams of passive recurring income. Stay tuned to my channel here, because over the next several days, I'm going to be showing you programs that can help you with these. And you should take a serious look at them. Listen, everyone, you have to start doing things. And if you're prepared, you can prosper in this environment, believe it or not. You can actually prosper from it, but not if you keep doing the same thing. If you're keeping your money in your bank, then go with God. But I have to tell you, at this point, it kind of feels like I'm shouting into a dark void and no one's hearing me. I've been screaming about these issues now ever since I started my channel. And now we're out of time. There is no more time. You don't have the luxury anymore of getting around to it. You have to do these things yesterday. You have to get on it like now, today. Okay, so despite the dark message of this video, please give my video a like and please subscribe. And if you'd like to join the Hey Ed WhatsApp group, shoot me an email and I'll send you a link to join the Hey Ed WhatsApp group. Ed Anderson, live from Minnesota, signing out.
Copy that.